looking for room. It's Patterson. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they taste it.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Now on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Offense working from the pistol. Off-play action on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. The give to the tailback. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To work. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Kentucky right back to the line. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Picked off to stop the threat. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Direct snap. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting the big tackle for a loss.
Quickly to the tight end. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Makes the catch. It's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Nelson. Got his man on the outside. Inside the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the first.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Moore. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
On the move, it's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Rides to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's now second and goal.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. This is a designed run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hilton.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 38-yard line. Second down coming up.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Grabbed over the middle, it's Washington. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. A designed run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Washington.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 10 over Syracuse. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Lawson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Kick is in the air. Return's going to get it up around mid. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun on 3rd down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilmore. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Wants to keep it in the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw, it's Nelson. Looking down the middle. That's reeled in, it's Hunter. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab, it's Moore. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Out of bounds at the 38. 2nd down.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one better.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Finds his tight end. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. They didn't get too greedy there. They knew what they needed, and he gets it just past the sticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the defense maybe be a little bit more aggressive, a little more in the face, because QBC's easy access. I'm going to throw the football. My receiver's got a little bit of space. He can get the 1st down. I'd like to see the...
Turning it on! And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Ducks! Fitted in the window for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Oregon 14, Kentucky 3.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the 2nd half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside and make something happen himself. And give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
And it's picked off for the third time today. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
It leads to second down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Fires to the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter.
The pass on first down, caught by the receiver. Gain of 7. Second down coming up.
The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. They're going back to the ground. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. just going to keep it after the snap. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
At the 33. And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Lets it fly. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Working on the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. Kentucky going quickly. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Motion from the wide receiver. Snaps it in the shotgun. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Nelson. Looking to buy time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Lions. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down for this offense.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Fires to the big fella. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Gets the back moving. Gonna look downfield again. Pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to home.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
He'll haul it in right around the logo. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Quarterback moving. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Wants to fire on second down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Touchdown, Wildcats! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. They're front.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive, they dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He lets one fly deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Fire! Violet! Double right!
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Kentucky right back to the line.
2nd down coming up.
He might want another play.
Slide! 25! Yep!
Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Gilmore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Easy! Tuna!
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Good. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Unloads to the right. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime. But it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
6-9-1. Gain of 4. Here we go.
They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Easy.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the right. 3rd down conversion are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long.
Clear. Set. Ready. Griffin.
From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end getting vertical. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple first downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and ice this thing.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're